Hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you for registering for EconOlympiad. I'm Fiona and I'm an event coordinator and a curriculum developer here at the YEI, and I'm super excited to have you join me today. Um, in this video, I'll be going over introductions on how to participate in EconOlympiad and how the judging process will work, how submissions will work, the guidelines, and all of that good stuff. And this is just for anyone who perhaps missed the opening ceremony, or you went to the opening ceremony, you just need some more clarification and a refresher. Just keep watching this video for all of that. So for starters, there are two prompts this year, and the first one is analyze the causes of and solutions for increased income inequality since 1900 in the US and or UK, and how should local governments address housing shortages and housing costs in their cities. So you only need to choose, each group needs to choose just one prompt out of the two. And as you can see, the first one is a little bit more macro focused, while the second one is a little bit more micro focused. So just depends on what route you want to take. The world's your oyster, either one works. And other than that, some other information is that groups will be given 20 days to research, collaborate, and formulate arguments on either prompt, and submissions are due April 8th, 11:59 PDT on April 8th. I don't know why that repeated twice, but yeah, so make sure that you mark this day on your calendar and make sure that you're checking out the time zone. Most of YEI is based in California and the Pacific time. And we know that we have people involved all across the globe. So just make sure that you kind of do the time conversion to make sure that you're not submitting it late, because late submissions, unfortunately, will not be judged. Some other things to watch out for are that each team should have 3 to 4 members, and they will present a pre-recorded video presentation on either prompt. All members should have their camera on while recording, and then each member should have equal speaking time throughout the whole presentation. Each presentation has a 10-minute limit, so make sure you're looking at the time, you're pacing yourselves, you're keeping concise, because teams that go above this risk receiving 2 penalty points off on the grading. Moments of silence and misspeaks are included during the 10-minute limit. So again, just make sure that you're keeping track of how much time you're consuming throughout your presentation. Okay, next up for the judging, everyone should have received this rubric. If not, this is an available resource for everyone to refer to when it comes to grading. So I'll just go over it really quickly. Again, if you want to read it more in detail, it's always there for you. So first off, thesis is worth 4 points, which is 10% of the total score. And to get all 4 points, your thesis needs to take a nuanced, defensible, and clear stance on the prompt. So make sure that your claim is specific and it leaves no questions unanswered. Next is evidence. So this is worth 8 points, which is 20% of the total score. And to get all 8 points, you need relevant and accurate evidence. And any graphs you include should be fully labeled and accurately labeled, and there should be at least one other real world example. All right, next is reasoning, which is worth 24 points, which is definitely a very hefty chunk. And this is 60% of the total score. So the requirements for full points is that the evidence is accurately and effectively explained and connected throughout the presentation. So the reasoning is basically where you connect all the evidence, you provide explanations, and you provide further depth and explain why you think that is. Make sure that the thesis is well defended and no errors are made during the explanation. So just make sure that your reasoning is reasonable and there are solid explanations behind all shared evidence, and there are no key errors in understanding or explanation. So make sure it's not confusing and that it's very, very clear. And then lastly, the presentational aspect. It's worth 4 points or 10% of the total score. So this is like the delivery of the actual video. This includes speakers effectively conveying relevant information. Visuals and audio are clear throughout the presentation. So for example, not too much background noise, not too many distracting graphics. Sorry, not any unprofessional communication throughout the presentation between group members. Make sure that everything is very put together and presentable. And this then again is keeping in mind that everyone should be speaking equally, cameras on, and then the time limit and stuff like that. So this is worth, I don't know if I already mentioned, but it's worth 4 points and 10% of the total score. All right, going back to the judging. So we have 3 very esteemed judges with us this year, and they're all professors. So the first one is Professor Lawrence White from NYU. The second one is Professor Michael Dinnerstein from UChicago. He was also our speaker at opening ceremony. So if you were there, we hope you enjoyed his talk. And if you weren't there, he was amazing. And lastly, we have Professor David Arnold from UCSB. So these 3 will basically be evaluating everyone's work, and we'll have the chance to watch all your presentations. All right, last but not least, submission details. So more information will be released on the website and through email on how to submit your videos. Just make sure that you have everything in time. Winners will be announced on social media and notified through email. So there will be 4 team winners, and they will be introduced on next steps, and they will get the topic for the debate round. And the debate round is April 23rd from 9 to 12, while the closing ceremony is the same date from 4 to 5. Yeah, that concludes this video. Also, one more thing, there will be a sample presentation released that was made by the YEI team. So if you're someone who really likes referring to examples, I know that's how I learn. Definitely check that out. That will be released either on the website or anything like that. We'll keep you guys updated, but definitely that will also be a readily available resource for you guys. And other than that, I wish you guys all luck, and feel free to reach out if you guys have any other questions. Okay, bye guys.
Tripping on.